It is the second biggest hit of all time at the Chinese box office, and the animated Jia could soon find a broader audience. An English dub version is slated for release in the United States, and the team behind Jia is also preparing to release a follow-up film called Jiang Ziya. And joining us from Philadelphia is John Lent. He is the founder and editor of the International Journal of Comic Art and author of numerous books on animation and cartoons. So, John, you know, there are 3 recent movies, Jia, Whitesnake, and Abominable, were all submitted to the Academy for Oscar nominations. What do you make of Chinese animation's appearance on the global stage in recent years?
Well, I think it's a very good sign. It took a number of years for that to happen, but I think it is a sign of where things are going. For a number of years, of course, animation was working under the planned economy. And then after the market economy in the 1980s and beyond, the animation started to fall in not just the audience, but also with the storytelling, etc. And I think we've seen a revival of it in the last 15 to 20 years, more like the last 15 years. So I think that 3 of them, being nominated, well, not nominated, but at least put onto that list of 30-some films is amazing.
Now, John, some of these films were joint collaborations with Hollywood studios, including DreamWorks and Warner Brothers. If you can talk to us about the importance these partnerships provide, for example, entry into the others market, sharing ideas, how important is this?
It's very important. It's important for what you just said, sharing of ideas, but it's also taking the experience from Warner Brothers and DreamWorks and passing some of that on to the Chinese scriptwriters and directors, etc. So I think it's very important for that reason, but it's also very important because it is bringing it onto the international stage. The Chinese animation was on the international stage 50 years ago, but it wasn't on the commercial stage. It was on the aesthetic stage. I think now you're seeing that they're learning how to compete in the world market more than they had before.
When you look at collaborations such as what we've just talked about, how does each side determine which team works on what parts of the film?
I don't know that I can answer that, but in some cases it's a team effort. I've seen operations in China and also Taiwan where they were producing offshore animation for the United States studios, and there was, the teamwork, people from Taiwan working with people from the United States or the Western world, and the Chinese are doing that in their studios now. Because they're also, in their studios now, they're also using the studio as an extended college, so that many things that are not taught in the many universities in China that have animation programs are now being taught in the studios. So.
All right, John Lent in Philadelphia, thank you so much for your insight. We appreciate you joining us.